supply curve. So if demand and supply interact, then you get the equilibrium point, correct? So quantity demand will be equal to quantity supply, correct? And we get equilibrium quantity. So what do we do is, quantity demanded is what? 20 minus 2P. Quantity supply, 10 plus P. So we solve what is P. Okay? So I'm sure you, I hope that you know this lah, guys. Because some of my students, they forget algebra. 2P is shift over here, you get P plus 2P. And then 20 minus 10. You know how you get this, right? Positive 10, you bring it over here, negative 10. So 10 is equals to how many P? 3 P's. How much is 1 P? 10 divided by 3. So equilibrium price is 3.33. So what is the equilibrium price? It is 3.33. 3 ringgit and 33 cents. Okay? Now, what about quantity? We need to know what is the equilibrium quantity. You just replace this price in any of the equation, you'll get the same answer. So just say I take supply lah, huh? So Q equals to 10 plus, what is the P? 3.33. So what is the equilibrium quantity? 13.33. So your lecturer can give you a question either using graph like we did last week, or do maths and give the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity. Okay? I think you have it here in your page 8 example lah. But this that is all short notes lah. Okay, that we use to calculate. Okay, let's do some questions based on this. Okay. Can you take page 45? Okay, you write these notes first. You write the notes first, then you turn to page 45. Okay, so can someone give me a piece of paper, just in case, for those who didn't come, I will also write the answer, so you can photostat. Any recycle punya kertas pun okay ba? One piece is okay. Okay, can you see problem 15 there? Page 45. Okay, can please stop me if you can't understand what I am teaching you. Market research indicates that the demand for a certain type of umbrella is related to its selling price. Can you see the question there? Okay, where D is what? D is supposed to be demand. So problem 15, D is demand, is equals to 800 minus 4P. P is the selling price. A, question 1. How many umbrellas would be sold when the price is 5 ringgit per unit? So what do you do? D equals to 800 minus 4 times 5. I think we've done this before. Yes. So it is 780, correct? Okay, B. At what price is the demand the greatest? So when you think the demand will be highest, when P is equals to 0, your demand will be 800 minus 4 times 0. So 800, that means when the product is free, the highest demand people will ask is 800. At what price is the demand equal to 0? So now your what is equals to 0? D is equals to 0, correct? So 0 equals to 800 minus 4P, correct? 4P is negative, you shift it to the left, you get what? Positive 4P equals to 800. 1P is how much? 1P is 200, correct? Okay, so that is direct question, very easy. Look at question number 2. We didn't do number 2, right? The market for audio cassette has a supply and demand curve. Look at P. P is equals to 2Q. Okay? What is P is price, Q is quantity. What is the relationship between the price and the quantity? Is it negative or positive in this equation? P equals to 2Q. Is it positive or negative? That means positive, yeah, because there's no negative sign in the number 2, right? It's positive. So if it is a positive relationship, this Q is quantity demand or quantity supply? Okay, this is a supply curve. You should know lah. Supply, yeah. Now the next one is P equals to 42 minus Q. Now, can you see P and Q? What is the relationship? Positive or negative? Negative, because right in front of the Q you add a tanda negative. So that is what curve? Demand curve. Okay, very good. Now, how many units will be traded at the price of 35? So what do? They want to know how much they will trade when the price is 35. So you have to ganti for each one. Let's ganti first in the supply. So what is the P? 35 equals to how many Q? 2Q. Correct or not? What is 1Q? 35 divided by 2. So what is the quantity supply? Can follow ka? Can follow? 17.5. Can follow ah? Boleh ka? Enzi? Hello? Or you want to sit near me also, you can sit here instead of sitting so far here. Okay? Okay, better to sit nearer, guys. So 35 is equals to 2P. You just ganti there. 35 equals to 2Q. What is 1Q? 17.5. Okay? 17.5. So the same thing you replace for the demand. What is the demand? 35 equals to 42 minus Q. Correct? What do you do with the Q? You shift it to the other side, to the left. So you get 42 minus 35. What is the quantity demanded? 7. So quantity supplied is 17.5. Quantity demanded is 7. Which is lebih? Quantity supplied is more than quantity demanded. So you are having excess. Yeah, excess supply. Understand? Okay. So they want to know what is the quantity traded? Quantity people are willing to supply was 17.5, but people demanded 7 only. Understand? Okay. Next question. Which participants will be dissatisfied with this price? Who is not happy with this price? Which is supplier. Supplier is willing to supply 17.5 unit, guys. Yeah. Elijah? Yeah, Elijah? Not here. Yeah. Oh, is the guy you really can't come in? Elijah, you want to stand outside, is it? Or you want to sit in? Sit inside. Quantity supplied is 17.5, quantity demanded is 7. So supplier is willing to supply more. People want the demand is only 7. So who's dissatisfied? Consumer or supplier? Consumer. Just write the answer, consumer. Consumers are dissatisfied. So too many fellas supplying, eventually what will happen? Price will come down, that's it. Okay, until both of them come to an agreement. Okay, next, question number 3. Question number 3, given the supply and demand in each case, find the equilibrium quantity and price. Okay, let's look at question A. What is A? Q equals to negative 0.75P plus 10. That is quantity demanded. Quantity supplied 2P minus 1. Alright? So now equilibrium means like what I did just now, both must be equal. So what do you do? 2p minus 2p minus 1 equals to negative 0.75p plus 10. Can you get or not? Can you follow, or just you are just following me? Can you know why you put it there? This is Q. This is also Q. So we are putting it together to get equal. Okay, now. So what do we do now? Shift all the p to one side, right? 2p plus 0.75p. Correct or not? I shift the p to one side. So 2p is positive. This one is negative. When you shift here, becomes positive. 0.75p equals to 10. If negative 1, I shift this side, will be what? Positive 1. So what do you get? 2.75p, correct or not? 2 plus 0.75, 2.75p equals to 11. What is 1p? 11 bahagi 2.75. Correct? Can follow? Am I too fast? P is equals to 4, is it? 4. That is equilibrium price. Equilibrium price. What do we do to the price? You can ganti in any equation, demand or supply. So easy lah, supply kan? No, demand, correct or not? So Q equals to 2 times, what was your P? 4, correct? Minus 1. Q is equals to 8 minus 1. Q equals to 7. Right? No, see, here this one, I'm going to replace it now in this equation. So what do I do? Q equals to 2P. P is 4. 2 times 4, 8. Minus 1, 7. This is the answer. Equilibrium quantity, equilibrium price. Is that clear? Okay, so can you all try the B, C and D now on your own? Then we can go to elasticity. Okay, the B part is Q equals to negative 2P plus 40 and Q equals to 3P minus 50. Correct? This is Form 5 maths lah guys. I know quite some time already kan. Okay, so you got a Q here, you got a Q here. What do? You put it next to each other, correct? So you have 3P minus 15, right? You make both the equation equal. You just ganti the Q here, correct? Because this is also Q. This is also Q. Or you can bring this down. Equals to negative 2P plus 40. You must make sure both the equations are equal. Okay? Yeah. Plus 40 equals to 3P minus 50. Okay. Now you got negative 2P and positive 3P. Correct or not? Now you shift all the P to one side. This side, whatever side lah, minus 3P. Okay. Okay, the numbers you shift. Negative 15, negative 40, correct? The other side equals to, you see, you put 2P and 3P together, correct? Now number ini di sebelah sini, negative 15. You shift the 40 over here, negative 40. Negative 5P equals to negative 55. Negative hilang kan? So 5P equals to 55. How much is 1P? 55 divided by 5. P is equals to 11, correct? So now when you got where P is equals to 11, you have to substitute in any equation, any. Jawapannya masih sama. Katakan saya ambil dan letak di sini. Okay, so I put a Q equals to 3 darab, what is the P? 11 minus 15. Q is equals to 33 minus 15. Q is 18. Alright? So this is equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity. Can you get it, guys? So B, it is P equals to 11. Anybody cannot get, please let me know now. You know why I always write and give the students? Because some students later they don't even know what they wrote. Elijah, don't block the camera. There is recording going on. Why? Oh, cough. Cold.
Mama,
Okay, sit down. Thank you. See, P equals to negative 7 over 2 Q plus 33. The other one, P equals to 1 over 2 Q plus 1. P equals to negative 7 over 2Q plus 33. P equals to 1 over 2Q plus 1. Now, you got both sides, you got PP, correct or not? Exactly like just now, lah, QQ, kan? So now you just ganti lah, put 2 also equal to. Like just now. Just now you put equal to sign, right? QQ. Same thing here. So what do you get? How do you write it? You just masukkan sini atau masukkan ini di sini? What do you get? So you get, let's say I bring this down, what do I get? Negative 7 over 2, because this is also P, correct or not? Q plus 33 equals to 1 over 2Q plus 1, correct? You see, this is P, this is also P. So I just replace this thing inside here, alright? Okay, can you write that down first? Write this equation down first.
It's only for cost.
Huh?
Just now I shift to get the Q equal to something P.
Oh, you transferred.
Ah.
No need lah, you just ganti only. Yeah, just ganti only. Okay, now you solve for Q. Negative 7 over 2Q. You bring the 1 over 2Q over this side. What do you get? Negative 1 over 2Q equals to 1. You shift this over here will be what? Yeah. So can you put the Q together first? Negative 7 over 2Q. Then this one will become positive. 1 over 2Q. Is it positive? It is actually positive here. So it will become negative. Equals to, okay. Now put all the numbers. 1 plus 1. Okay. So here negative 7, negative 1, what do you get? Negative 8Q over 2 equals to negative 32, correct? Okay, correct or not? Can you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't follow? No, okay, you see. Okay, you all have to tell me the numbers first. Okay, you got P equals to what? Negative 7 over 2Q plus 33, correct? Then you got P equals to positive 1 over 2Q plus, sorry, is it plus? No, this is minus, isn't it? This is plus, this is minus. Okay, both also plus, okay. So what do you do? Okay, so this is P, this is also P. So I can make it into satu baris. I just substitute. So what I do is I put this thing over here, correct? I get negative 7 over 2Q plus 33 equals to, then I write this, 1 over 2Q plus 1. Correct? Because I just substitute it over here. Okay? Because kenapa? PP kan? Nanti Now you bring all the Q together. Negative 7 per 2 Q. Di sini positif kan? Pindah sini jadi negatif 1 per 2 Q equals to, di sini positif, pindah sini jadi negatif tambah 1. So negative 7, negative 1, you get negative 8 over 2 Q equals to berapa? Negative 32. Okay, now you can cancel this. What you get? Negative 4Q equals to negative 32. Negative pun boleh cancel. What is 4Q? 4Q equals to 32 kan? 1Q jadi 8. When Q is 8, what is P? I just ganti any one I like. So I ganti inside here because it's senang. Kan? So what is P? P ialah 1 over 2, what is Q? 8 plus 1. Correct? I just substitute Q as 8. So 8 and 2, I can cancel. Correct or not? What I get? Equilibrium price is 5. Okay? But I don't think lah they give you all this apa you kata pecahan lah. Because I know some students just die with the pecahan. Correct or not? Hey, but guys, cannot be like that. You know what? The son is doing this in school now. For standard 5. If you need to go out, you go out. Okay? And then you can come in again. Okay, now next question. Can you try the next question on your own, guys? Yeah. So you just put both also in one line. Okay, you put already. Now what do? Okay, I think you're having problem with the negative positive. Okay, easy longer. Hutang RM25. Negative is always hutang. I hutang lagi RM15. So how much I hutang altogether? RM40. Okay, so you put negative for PT. Negative is hutang. Negative 40p. Okay, equals to, how much is that? 400, right? 400. Okay, so here, when you shift 300 to this side, was it positive or negative? Was it positive? Was it positive or negative? I think it's negative 400, right? Yeah, negative. This is negative. This is negative. So it's negative. Hutang 300 ini, hutang 100 ini. Okay, what is negative and negative? You can cancel. What do you get? 40p equals to 400, correct? How much is 1p? Yeah. So write p equals to 10. Okay, now you can substitute in any equation. Which one is easy, you think, to substitute? Is it demand or you want to substitute in supply? It's up to you. You still get the same answer. Say you take supply. Can you put Q equals to what is your P? Okay, minus 100. So what is Q? 150 minus 100. So answer is, yeah, that's it. Settle. Okay? P is equals to 10. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, Q is equals to 100. So we finish the statement. Okay.
Q 50.
Yeah? Q is 50 and P is 10. Sorry. Okay, look at page 47. Problem 17. Problem 17. Okay, the supply and the demand for good A are given below the equation. Q is equals to how much? 300 minus 8P, correct? Quantity supplied 80 plus 2P. Alright? Now the first question they ask you, if the price of this good is initially set at 16, that means P 6 plus, correct? What is the quantity supplied? So, if price is equals to 16, what is the quantity supplied? So, you ganti di persamaan mana? Pertama ke kedua? Which is supply, which is demand?
Supply is 300.
Supply is a 300, no? Supply positive or negative curve?
Positive.
Positive. So, which one is the positive curve? 80 plus 2P. Can you ganti now? Q equals to 80 plus 2. P is what? What is P? 16. They already told you it's 16. Okay? So what is Q? Huh? 112. 80 plus 2 times 16, kan? Guys, you're using calculator also like koyak case. I'm using mental calculation here. Correct or not? Yeah. Correct? Okay. Next, B. If the price of good A is set at 16, what is the quantity of good A demanded? Now which equation?
300.
Why? Negative relationship, kan? Always demand. Is it 172? Yeah. I'm just mentally calculating. Okay, finish? Okay, now, C question. Will the market force cause the price of good A to rise or fall? If you look at that, just now was quantity supply, kan? 112. Quantity demanded 172, kan? So, yang mana lebih? Which one is more? Yeah, quantity demanded is more than quantity supply. So you are having excess, yang mana lebih? Excess yang mana demand? 172, correct? Yang supply ialah 112. Demand is more than supply. So you are having excess demand. Whenever you excess demand for a good, what happens to the price of the good? Rise or fall? rise. Okay, so you write that price for good A will rise. Okay, done. That's it. Next. Okay. Will the market force cause the quantity demanded for good A to rise or fall? Now, price is slowly going up because of excess demand in the market. So what happens to the quantity demanded when the price starts going up? You want to know what happened to the quantity demanded? Because see tadi, harga semakin naik, correct or not? Because there is excess demand in the market, correct? So what do you think will happen to the quantity demanded now? Okay, so write that quantity demanded will fall. Okay. Next, E. What happens to the quantity supplied pula sekarang? Bila harga naik. The next one, E. Quantity supplied will fall. Will rise. Sorry, will rise. So what happens? One will start falling, one will start going up until they reach equilibrium. So when the market for good A is in equilibrium, what is the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity? Remember just now we did both also equal, correct or not? We calculated the price and quantity. You do that now for F. How do you do that? Okay, just now quantity demanded, QQ kan? Replace. So what do you get? 300 tolak 8P equals to 80 plus 2P, correct? Can do or not, guys? Yeah. Okay. So what do you get? Put the numbers 300 minus 80 equals to 2P plus 8P. Correct? Yeah. No, can. This is correct also. But 300 you move here, you'll be negative 300. Okay? And then this will be positive 80. So yours is hutang 8, hutang 2. Hutang berapa? Negative 10 equals to hutang RM300, I dah bayar RM80. So you hutang lagi berapa? 220. Okay, 220 equals to 10P, correct or not? So negative boleh hilang. What is 1P? 220 divided by 10. P is 22. Now, if P is 22, what is your Q? You can ganti mana-mana equation. You can ganti in the, where's the equation? The first or the second. Yang mana senang? The second is senang. So, Q equals to 80 plus 2 times 22. Alright? 80 plus 44. So 1 to 4. Is it correct? 1 to 4? Okay. So this, I'm just going through with you a few of the type of questions. You can never know what they might ask. Okay. Page 76. Okay. Page 76. Problem 43. Problem 43. 76. Better to do the question once we finish each topic. then you understand instead of finishing the whole slippers and then doing it, then you forget what you studied earlier. The demand for a model sports car is D equals to 400 minus P squared, correct? What is the demand per week when the price is 12,000 per unit? Oh, you had a negative value, right? You will have a negative value. Okay, don't do that first. Okay, don't do that first. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Okay. Okay, I think the next one we should do is elasticity. Okay, next title is elasticity. Yeah? So I write this and later whoever wants they can take and photostat. Okay, the next one we're going to do is elasticity. So if you go back to your notes, the front section, can you see number 9? 9, page 9. Okay, these are brief notes only, you know. See, elasticity is like a rubber band. See how elastic and not elastic. Why we need to see elasticity is we need to see who are the people who demand for goods, consumer. We need to know whether the consumer is sensitive to the price or not sensitive. Correct or not? Sensitive to income or not sensitive? Sensitive to price of another good or not sensitive? Then only as a manager we can do a proper marketing plan for our product. Okay? Like example, if I go to Giant, am I sensitive to the price of the good? Okay? Compared to going to Tommy, which place you think I'll be more sensitive? Giant. You think Giant I'll be very particular about the price of the good? Or go to Tommy, I'll be very particular about the price of the good? Tommy. Why? Because for me, maybe Tommy is considered expensive, higher class, correct or not? Okay. Now, don't talk about now shopping. I mean, which supermarket I go. Now I talk about a shelf in a shelf. If you go to the shelf, you see salt and sugar, all this tepung yang biasa punya. Where is it placed in a shelf? Is it on top or right at the bottom? Bottom. Why? Are you sensitive to the price of salt and sugar? No, you're not bothered. Just take gula pasir. Okay, take. Correct or not? You're not bothered. Even like Maggi, you're not bothered. You know roughly what is the price of the product already. Correct? There are goods we are sensitive to price. There are goods we are not sensitive. That's the reason they know exactly where to arrange the product. Okay? So all this is marketing, which is related to econs. Okay? Now you look at the first one. There are how many types of elasticity? 3 types. First is called price elasticity of demand. Certain book they call it own elasticity of demand. It means the price of the good. That means is the price of this marker pen is sensitive or not to the demand for the marker pen. That means marker pen, both also marker pen. Price of the marker pen, demand for the marker pen, quantity demanded for the marker pen. Alright? So we call it own price elasticity of demand. There are people who are sensitive to income elasticity of demand. How elastic are they towards income? There are people who are sensitive to price of another good. That means whether I want to buy a car or not depends on the price of the petrol. Whether I want to buy a luxury car, 2.5, 3.0, 4.0, all that. But then if you look at the price of petrol, forget about it lah. Correct or not? Some people don't care about the price of petrol, correct or not? But then they want to drive the 4.0, but they will drive it, who cares about it, correct or not? So this is dua barang yang berlainan. Cross. Okay. Now the first one, price elasticity of demand, measures the responsiveness in quantity demanded due to the change in the price of the same good. That means when the price change, how much the demand change? We want to know. Okay? It's just calculating peratus je. If price change 1%, how much the quantity change? Is it more than 1%? less than 1%. Okay, now if you look at it, what is the formula? Percentage change in quantity demanded bahagi percentage change in price. That is the formula. Okay, now if the value, see, they put the word absolute value. Why they put the word absolute value? Is because whenever price goes up, quantity comes down, correct? The tanda you get will always be a negative, correct? So we don't see the tanda negative, we just see the nilai, the value of the elasticity. Okay? Now, example, if the price elasticity of demand is greater than 1, the demand is said to be elastic. That means I change the price of this marker pen 1%, but the quantity change more than 1%. Is this good sensitive to price or not sensitive? I tukar harga of this marker pen 1%. So quantity dia tukar lebih dari 1%. Perubahan quantity dia lebih dari 1%. So, is it sensitive or not sensitive? Sensitive, correct or not? Because only 1% have changed the price, man. Quantity change a lot already. Sensitive. Okay? So if the good is sensitive, we call it elastic. You see? This means the percentage change in quantity is more than the percentage change in price. That's why they are sensitive. Lebih dari 1. Correct? Now, the product is sensitive towards changes in price. Okay, if you find this marker pen is sensitive, what do you do as a businessman? Do you increase the price of the marker pen or reduce it? Huh? Increase it. Reduce it. You have to reduce. People are very sensitive. Okay? Okay, example people are just say, Elijah, if you're feeling cold then you can go out. You can stand outside and then come in. All of us are not feeling well. My whole family is not well. Huh? No, can you just turn off that aircon? I'm sorry. Because the father is in the clinic now. He dropped me and went to the clinic. Huh? No, he's having very bad sore throat and all that. My son, viral fever, and just came out of the fever. And there's no one at home. He's the only child, so I have to bring him wherever I go. It's a package deal. Okay, now guys, example I go to KFC. Okay, when you go to KFC, you will see the price of the KFC, or do you look at what is inside the bundle that they put? That means they have a combo A, combo B, combo C. Okay, do you see the combo, what is inside the combo, or you are busy seeing the price? Which one you see first? You see the price, people. You see the combo. Okay, it can be different. For him, he's looking at the combo. What do I get if I get combo A? Correct or not? How many pieces of chicken, how many coleslaw, whether I like or not. Because you are not sensitive to the price. You're not sensitive, you're not looking at the price. You're looking at what you can get in that combo A. Like for me also or rice inside or not, or is it the bun or not, Oh, but if you're looking, 10 ringgit, this one is 8 ringgit, 7, that means you are a person who are sensitive to price. So, for people like him, what they can do is, they increase the price. Like example, if you go to the mama shop, do you go and say that berapa ringgit roti canai? Do you ask? No. You never ask, correct or not? Why? You're not sensitive to the price of the roti canai. Understand? So if you're sensitive, it's called elastic. Like example, you're traveling in airlines. What is this? AirAsia. Everyone can fly. Correct? Do they have business class and economy class in AirAsia? Why? Because they cater for what kind of people? People who are sensitive or not sensitive? Sensitive to price. Sensitive price, that's why they bring down the price and make it cheap. Everybody can fly. But business class people, Okay, are they sensitive to price? No, they want a towel to wipe the things. They want to get out like a duckling when they get out of the thing, correct or not? They want comfort, they can sleep, they want a space where they can do their work. They are not bothered for paying for the business class, correct? So that's why businessmen, they take an opportunity to charge higher for the business class and lower for the economy class. But when it crashes, all die together, lah. Correct or not? Doesn't matter what class. So elastic is when you are sensitive. So they will ask you, as elastic, what do? Decrease the price of the good. Can you see the last sentence in the number 4? Decrease the price to maximize revenue. Always sensitive, bring down the price. Next, if the price elasticity of demand is less than 1, that means price change 1%, but the quantity doesn't change a lot more, less than 1%. This one I told you more than 1%, right? This one less than 1%. What happens? The demand is said to be not sensitive, inelastic. If it's inelastic, your product is not sensitive to price at all. How much you increase also, the fella change a little bit only, the demand. What do? Do you increase the price or decrease the price? Increase. So can you see? The supplier should increase the price of the good. Okay? That's why drugs. How much they increase the price of drugs also, you think people say, no, I'm not going to take drugs anymore, price has gone up. The fellow who takes the drug will still take it, correct or not? Yeah. Charge, maximum. Okay? Like, would you say like, what is this, like alcoholic, cigarettes? All these people who are taking alcohol will still consume alcohol. Changes will be very, very little, correct or not? Smoke cigarette, mesti smoke juga, correct? That's why the government imposes high tax on inelastic goods. Okay? Now, next one. If the absolute value of price elasticity is equal to 1, tadi lebih daripada 1 is sensitive, correct? Kurang dari 1, non-sensitive, inelastic. But if it's 1, that means change in quantity is the same as change in price. So do you change the price for the good? No. The firm need not change the price of the good. Can you see the sentence there? So, in price elasticity, more than 1, elastic. Less than 1, inelastic. Equal to 1, unitary. If it's more than 1, you decrease the price. Less than 1, you increase the price. If it's unitary, don't change the price. Wait, don't worry, I will give you a summary after that on the board. Okay, next, income elasticity. We want to measure the responsiveness of demand due to income. Okay, now, if the value of your income elasticity is greater than 1, can you see greater than 1? Then we know the good is a what good? Luxury good. Barang mewah. That means that your income changed 1%, your demand changed more than 1%. So it's luxury good. Okay? If the value is between 0 to 1, then we say the good is a normal good. If it is a negative value, just now price elasticity we don't see the thunder, but income elasticity we see the thunder. If it's negative value, then we say it is an inferior good. Barang quality rendah. Okay? Now, why we need to know whether the good is luxury or not? Example, like here. Elasticity. We got how many types? I told you we got 3. Correct? This is price elasticity of demand. The formula is percentage change in quantity demand divided by percentage change in the price. If your answer is more than 1, You say sensitive, correct? We call it elastic. If it is less than 1, is it sensitive? Not. So we call it inelastic. If it is equal to 1, what do we call this? Unitary. Okay? Now, if it is an elastic product, what do we do? Decrease the price. Inelastic product, increase the price. Unitary, don't change the price, correct? This is what the summary here. Now, if your elasticity, the next one is called income elasticity. What is this? Percentage change in the demand because of your changes in your income now. Okay? Now, if your elasticity is more than 1, that means this barang is a luxury good. Okay? If it is 0 to 1, dia punya nilai after calculating, okay, this is what good? Necessary or normal. Barang keperluan asas. If the value is less than 0, negative, then it is an inferior. Barang quality rendah. Okay, understand? Okay, now next one. The last elasticity is what? Cross elasticity. Okay? Cross elasticity is percentage change in the demand for X when there is a change in the price of Y. Is it the same good? No, it's not the same good. When it's not the same good, we call it cross, bersilang. Okay? Now, if your answer is positive, we know that X and Y are substitutes. That means boleh diganti. If the answer is negative, then X and Y are complementary. Complementary. This is the summary of elasticity. But in fact, they started the class also late. She put in the message in the morning, is it? Okay. No wonder. I didn't know. No, I'm so worried about teaching the K-Force guys. Because how fast they can catch up, how much they can catch up. I wouldn't know. I'm only meeting them this weekend.
This weekend class is
We can't have, right, because of the K-Force? Yeah. Oh, you are supposed to have a class with me this weekend, right?
Yes.
normally
No, but they shift it to the 20 something, kan?
check the
Huh?
Yeah.
Supposed to have every week. But Saturday, Sunday. Saturday only. But they are having it Saturday, Sunday, right? Yeah.
I didn't know.
So you have a class, okay. You're supposed to have a class with me this Saturday, 18. Okay. Then Sunday, what class are you having? No. But I can't because how come I'm having a class with them? I'm also beno. With this, really, with this cycle, I'm really, because last cycle I felt I had all the time to do revision and Okay? Now we are measuring. Okay, just say I give you now, let's do calculation. Okay, just say on Monday, just write down Monday, price of fish, okay, I put it as 6 ringgit per kilo. Okay, on Monday, price of fish, I put on my own 6 ringgit per kilo, and I see how many people buy the fish. So the quantity demanded for Monday was 20 kilo. I managed to sell 20 kilo of fish. Okay, when it was 6 ringgit. Okay, what I did was on Saturday, I decided to change the price of fish. So now the price of fish, I put it as 8 ringgit a kilo, and I want to see what is the response. 8 ringgit a kilo, and the quantity demanded is just say it was 16 kilo. Okay, 16 kilo. Okay, now on Monday is the first price, correct or not? It was 6 ringgit a kilo, and I tested 20 kilos of fish bought. Okay, on Saturday I increased it to 8 ringgit per kilo, and now 16 kilos were sold. Okay, now what elasticity is this? Is it price elasticity, income elasticity, or cross elasticity? Price, because it's the barang yang sama, price of fish and quantity of fish. Now I want you to calculate the percentage change in the quantity of fish. You know how to calculate peratus perubahan, right, people? Hello? Yeah. How do you calculate percentage change in the quantity demanded for fish? Always the new quantity, right? What is the new quantity? 16 minus 20 divide by 20. Hello? Times with 100. Scaring me lah, people. Wait, peratus perubahan. 16 minus 20 divide by the first one, kan? Yang harga quantity baru tolak quantity lama bahagi quantity lama, and then times 100. So how much is it? Negative 20%. Correct tak? $16 minus 20 divide by 20, correct or not?
Yeah.
Times with 100. So how much is that? Negative 20%, correct? So how much can you get that? Hello? Okay. It's scary. Next one. First, you got the quantity here. Percentage change in price of the fish. Now let's change the price of the fish. So which is the new price? 8 minus the old price? 6. You divide with new or the old? Old. Times with 100. What do you get? 33.33%. Is that correct? Correct? Okay. Now I want to calculate the price elasticity. Price elasticity. What is the price elasticity? I told you. Percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. What was the quantity? Negative 20% divided by positive 33.33%. Correct or not? Just now I got quantity was 20%, right? Price was 33.33%. I find the ratio. Price elasticity is negative 20 divided by 33. Can you see the formula there? Percentage change quantity divided by percentage change in price. Just now quantity you already got how many percent? 20%. So you put it over here. Next, price you put it over here. Okay, 33.33%. What is the ratio you get?
0.6.
Negative 0.6. Correct? I told you price elasticity will always have a what sign? A negative sign. Do we bother to look at the negative sign? No, we just look at the number. Is the number more than 1 or less than 1? Less than 1. So you write there, price elasticity for fish is 0.6, which is less than 1. So if it is less than 1, the price elasticity for fish is 0.6, which is less than 1. If it is less than 1, you say the demand is what? The demand for fish
Fish.
is elastic or inelastic?
Inelastic.
Yes, the demand for fish is inelastic. Inelastic means, are they sensitive or not, people, to the changes in the price of fish? Not sensitive. So they are not sensitive. Inelastic, you can put in the bracket, not sensitive. If they are not sensitive, you as a person who is selling the fish should what? So increase the price of fish. Understand? This is how you do it. And this is a very famous question for exam. Elasticity, you should know. Did you do marketing before? But in marketing you have elasticity, right? Your 4 P's, one of your pre-pricing strategy, you need to know how sensitive the good is towards price. Okay? Okay, next one. Okay, can I have another sheet of paper? So you all can photostat later. Okay, next one. Okay, next one. Just say okay, average income. Average income in year 2000. Average income in year 2000 is 45 ringgit per week. 45 ringgit per week. When the average income in the year 2000 was 45 ringgit per week, let's see what happens to the demand for X. The demand for X was 10 units. Okay? When your average income in year 2000 was 45 ringgit per week, the demand for X is 10 units. Now what if the average income in year 2010 increased to 55 ringgit per week? The demand for X came to 6 units. So, first, let's calculate the percentage change in your demand. Alright? What is the percentage change in demand? How do you calculate? Which quantity you use first? Huh? Yeah. 6 minus 10 divide by 10 times 100. So, would be how many percent? 40%? Is that correct? Okay. Then what do? Calculate percentage change in income. Correct or not? What is the percentage change in income? How do you calculate? Negative 40%. Don't forget to put negative 40. So percentage change in income. So 55 minus 45 divide by 55 minus 45 divide by 45 times with 100. So what do you get? How many percent is this? 22.22. So how to get, what elasticity is this? Is it price, income or cross? What elasticity is this? Is it price, income, or cross?
Income.
Income elasticity. So, how to get income elasticity? The percentage change in demand divided by the percentage change in income. What is the demand? Negative %. What is the percentage change in income? 22.22%. Answer is negative 1.8. Okay, now if you look at 1.8, it's negative 1.8, correct or not? Write down there, answer. Income elasticity is what? Negative 1.8. So, good X is a what good? Because I told you the answer, now you have to classify the good. No, that is elastic. Inelastic is for price elasticity. For income, we need to know whether they are luxury, necessary, or inferior. So what good is this? No, it's a negative sign there. Good X is a no negative sign. Negative sign is what? Inferior. Is an inferior good. Inferior good. Okay. Now, when you know your product is an inferior good, then what do you do by finding out it's inferior, low quality product? Huh? Reduce the price, can. Or you promote the goods when there is a fall in income. Like example, guys, at the beginning of the month, after 25th of the month, you find kaki tangan kerajaan will get their pay. First of the month of the next month, the previous month, the month after that, everybody gets their pay. At the beginning of the month, you see everybody will be rushing to eat in Nando's, rushing to eat in all the fast food outlets, correct? Or bringing their children out. Towards the middle of the month, you find the frequency reduces, correct? Towards the end of the month, hardly you can see people at the shopping mall with their children, correct or not? Why? Because your income declines. It's like a cycle. So when do you promote? When you know your product is a low or inferior product, you promote it towards the end of the month in order to increase the sales. If you know your product is considered luxury, then you better promote it at the beginning of the month. Or even during the economic cycle. If you are selling a product which is low quality, you better promote it when your economic cycle is down. Then people will buy. If not, they will not buy the goods. Okay? So when to do the promotion, you need to know whether what good is it. Is it no luxury? Okay? Is it a necessary good? Okay? You need to know that. Okay, so as I said, elasticity is very important. Okay, whatever notes you need to write there, you can write it, so that we can do some questions. Okay, page 40. Have we done questions in page? Did we do page 40 for your question? I think we just did shortage and surplus. I think so. Okay, correct. Now, when your price is at 5, problem 9, correct? Page 40. Let's look at problem 9. So you can get a question like this, a whole set of questions like this, okay, from A to I, answer, okay? Now, when your price is at 5 ringgit, what is your quantity demanded and quantity supplied? Your demanded is 80, supplied is 20. So you are having an excess of demand, correct or not? How much was the excess demand? 60 units. When the price is 6, your demand is 70, your supply is 30. So you are having still an excess demand of 40. When your price is at 7, you have 60 quantity demanded and 40 quantity supplied. You are having excess. Hello, excess what? Demand ke supply? Demand of how much? 20. When your price is at 8, your quantity is 50, correct? And your quantity supply is also 50. Do you have any excess? No excess. 0. So you know 8 is equilibrium lah, correct? Okay, when you have 9, at price 9, quantity demanded 40, quantity supplied 60. So you have excess of what? Demand or supply? Supply of 20. Next, when the price is 10, your demand is 30, your supply is 70. You have an excess supply of 40. When the price is 11, you have what? Demand is 20. Supply is 80. Excess supply of how much? 60. When the price is 12, your demand is 10. Supply is 90. Excess supply of 80. Okay. Now, complete the table by calculating the surplus and the shortage. So, excess demand is what? Surplus or shortage? If it's excess demand, no, demand. Okay, minta daripada supply. Shortage. If you, after 8, okay, that means from 9 to 12, you have excess supply. That is a surplus. Okay, now. So A is answered, correct? B, they want you to draw the demand curve and supply curve. They give you a graph paper lah, correct? Okay, next, the one you don't need to do that. Okay, now based on the graph paper, you have to draw equilibrium point A, which is equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Now, I ask you, what is the equilibrium price?
8.
8. What is the equilibrium quantity? 50. Okay, next E. What will happen, sorry D, what will happen at the price level of 8? What happens at the price level of 8? The market will reach, okay, the market will reach equilibrium. The market will reach equilibrium. Can, can follow, What will happen at the price of 12? What happens at the price of 12? There is what? Excess. Okay, there is an excess supply. Why? Because quantity demanded is 10 and quantity supply is 90. Okay. Okay, next F. Can follow, If there is an increase in the price of substitutes for the local market, explain the changes in the demand for the local meat. What do you do? If there is an increase in the price of substitute for this product, so first what you must do? You must draw a demand and supply curve. Draw now. You know the one that we did last week? Demand and supply curve. Okay? Okay. What do you put under Y? Price of local meat. Price of local meat. In your X, quantity of local meat. Then what do you do? Draw what curve? Demand curve. You know demand curve is negative, Demand, okay, what is that? Supply curve. You must draw also the demand curve. Demand and supply curve. Okay? Better draw the demand and supply curve. price of the local meat, quantity of local meat, demand curve, supply curve, equilibrium point, equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity. You can even put the equilibrium price, you already know 8, right? Quantity is 50. So, double case, huh? Now, they say, what is the situation? Increase in the price of substitute for local market. There's a substitute for the local meat. They want to know what happens to the demand for the local meat. Demand will increase. Yeah, because everybody find it cheaper to buy the local meat, correct? So demand increase. So demand curve shift where? Draw the curve shifting to the right. Can draw, right? Yeah. So you write that demand increase, correct? Shift to right, correct? To where? D1. So quantity at, you must write the at what? At 8 ringgit or at P equals to 8, correct? Which one is more? Demand increase, right? So which quantity is more? Is it quantity demand more or quantity supplied more? Demand increase. Yeah. Quantity demand is more than quantity supply. You must write that quantity demand is more than quantity supply. So there is excess of what? Excess of excess of quantity demanded or excess of demand. Automatically what happens to the price of the meat? Yeah. Price increase to P1, correct? We don't know how much it increase, just put P1, correct? Okay. What happens when the price increase? Now we look at who? Consumer or supplier? Supplier, because there's no demand curve change, right? Okay, so quantity supplied will increase or decrease? Increase to Q1. Okay, F answered. Alright? Can follow, right? Okay, next. G. Calculate the price elasticity for the local meat when the price of local meat changes from 11 to 5. So first the price is how much? Ringgit Malaysia 11. Alright? When it's 11, how many kilos did they buy? What was the first kilo that they bought? 20. Don't look at the supplier, it's just the demand. Because we're calculating elasticity of demand. Okay? When the price is 11 ringgit, quantity is 20. Alright? Then what is the next price? 5. When the price was 5, what is the quantity they purchased? 80 kilos, correct? And you got 2 quantity and 2 price. You know which is the old one and which is the new one. Now first what you do? You find the percentage change in quantity demanded. What elasticity is this?
This is
Price elasticity. Because it's the price of the local meat and the quantity of the local meat. Percentage change in quantity demanded. Okay? Now, which quantity you write first? 80 minus 20 divided by 20 times 100. Then you look for percentage change in price. Okay, either Sevenius or Nancy might get a call from Mr. Vincent. Okay, you just pass the phone to me if he's the one who's calling. because I don't bring my phone. So he told me I have two of their numbers. So if anything emergency, I'll call Nancy or someone else. Okay. Percentage change in price. So which one is the first price? 5 minus 11. Divide by 11 times 100. How many percent is that?
11.
Huh? 11. Yeah, 11, right?
11 minus
Huh? 11 minus 5.
from 11 to
No. From 11 to 5.
Five
So
is
the
the
new
new one.
is 1 is 5.
oh,
Ah, 5 tolak 11. Okay, how much is it? 5 minus 11 divided by 5 divided by 11 times 100. Huh? 5 minus 11 divided by 11 is how many? How much times 100? How many percent is it?
Negative 54.55.
Negative 54.55%, kan? So the price elasticity is 300% divided by negative 54.55%. So what's the answer? Negative 5.5. Now, is the value more than 1? Don't look at the negative sign, only the number for price elasticity. So, the price elasticity for local meat, the price elasticity for local meat is 5.5, correct? Yeah, 5.5. Okay, now H. Determine the type of price elasticity of demand based on the calculation in G. So now you got the calculation is 5.5, right? So what is the demand? The demand for local meat is elastic or inelastic? Elastic, sensitive, more than 1. Okay. They give you questions like this and carries 25 marks, one question. All this. You know what to do? Easy. You can full score already. Now, last question. As a manager who sells local meat, what is the necessary action you need to take to increase sales? This is elastic. So what do you do as a manager? What is your action? You must change the price, right? How do you change? Increase it or decrease it? Decrease. So, as a manager, I would decrease the price of the local meat to increase sales. Finish. Settle. Understand? Okay. Let's look at problem 10. Okay. Now, for problem 10, the table below shows the quantity demanded for each household and the quantity supplied by each producer for rice at various price levels. What you do? Market it. See A, B, C, D, E, each household. Correct? Or Q, R, S, T, U is each producer, supplier. Now they want to know the market demand. What do? each fella, what do? Individual A, B, C, D, E makes the market demand. So how to get the market demand?
Group.
You add up, kan? Jumlahkan. Can you do that? For all the price. For supplier and also consumer. Next class I will teach you on production. So 18 is supposed to be our class, but we can't have it because I have a class with the K-Falls. So what's going to happen now? We have to have a weekday class, huh? Okay, our hours is 28 hours, right? Or 21 hours? 28 kan? 28 ke 21? 28. Okay. So, okay. So today, we finish up about 5 hours now today, huh? To get the last class of this class, 2.5 hours. Okay. So, do the countdown lah guys, huh? 28 minus 5, so 21. You see, the K-Force guys don't want me to have a class in the month of May. Okay, because for them, it's like, for them, any time they have to go for their, so they want me to finish it fast. So, walaupun dalam laut, dia boleh belajar. See, this one now with the GST, after the GST is implemented, another 1 or 2 months, they will actually try to calculate the price and income elasticity, whether the people are sensitive to the GST or not. Based on that, they will make a decision whether the rate that they impose is the right rate or not. No, last time it was like goods and sales and service tax, right? They had government tax, right? Dia punya kadar dia tinggi. Correct, it's almost 10%. So they will see how was the consumption that time when the sales were imposed. Sekarang with the GST imposed, they will see. So there's 2 different harga, 2 different consumption. With that, they calculate elasticity. So with that, they will know whether implementing GST was good or not good, whether the rate is elastic or inelastic. Then the government will review back the kadar lah. If people are not showing any difference, masih keluar makan, belanja, they will see based on income group, high income group, middle income group, low income group. Then they will say, then no problem like implementing GST, because people can still afford, people are not sensitive towards the changes in the kadar, correct or not? So should be the right thing what we are doing. Like subsidy, when they gave subsidy, this was the consumption of petrol. Now they remove the subsidy already for petrol. Is the consumption changer? I got carpooling, or they will check all that. You can still come in the same by pouring now more, spending more for your petrol. Still your consumption is the same, right? So then they will know the subsidy given was a waste lah. Betul tak? Like if you're giving subsidy to a rich person, where porch light on, balcony light on, back at the back also the light is on, everything is turned on. Whether you kenakan tariff or don't kenakan tariff, it doesn't make a difference for the guy, correct or not? For him, the security is important. So why do you give him a subsidy? Subsidy is supposed to be meant for poor people. So it is not fair Malaysia giving subsidy in a blanket basis. But the rationale is because we are an oil producing country, so we are supposed to actually get more benefit being an oil producer lah. So that is the logic lah why people argue, why they don't want to pay. Like you see in Miri Oil, the electricity bill for all the rich guys is like minimum 10k, but they are hardly at home. Only the maids enjoy it. Okay? Okay, now you got price and you got quantity, correct? So the first question is complete the table, done already. Second question, they give you a graph paper, ask you to draw the graph and all that. No need lah. 3. What happens when the price is set at 3? Okay, C. At P equals to 3. What is the market demand? 89. Huh?
Okay, 142.
142. 142. Huh? What is the market supply?
89.
89. So what situation can you see in the market here? Excess?
Excess demand.
Excess demand. So what happens to the market? There is excess demand. Correct or not? That's the answer. Can follow or not, guys? 142 is market demand, market supply is 89. Okay, next. What happens to the market when the price is set at 7? At P equals to 7, what is the market demand?
50.
50, What is the market supply?
212.
212. What is the market condition?
Excess supply.
Excess supply of rice lah. You just refer to the product, excess supply, or you can say there is a surplus. There's another word lah of rice. Excess demand. There was a shortage in the quantity of rice. Correct? You can use either word. So nothing wrong. Now E. Can follow or am I going too fast? Can, Okay. Next, if there is an increase in income for the consumer, what will happen to the demand as well as the supply of rice? Now what do? Draw the graph. Okay, draw the graph. Okay, what do you put in your Y? Price of rice. In your X, quantity of rice. Now, draw the demand curve already for rice, supply curve for rice, equilibrium point, equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity. Correct? Okay, now, when there is increase in income, what happens? Demand increases. So, right there, demand increase. Shift to the right. I'm just giving short sentence. Later, you all can write in full, okay? To the right to D1, correct? So at what price? At P, PE. Which one is more now? Quantity demanded is more than quantity supplied. Quantity demanded is more than quantity supplied. Demand increase, shift to the right. Okay, to D1 at PE, quantity demanded is more than quantity supplied. So you have excess of what? Excess of? Yeah, excess of quantity demanded. So what happens to the price?
Sorry.
Will increase to P1, correct? So you put P1 in your diagram. And when price goes up, we look at who now? Supplier. Quantity supply will increase to Q1. Settle. So F, they ask you to draw the diagram, yes or not? Which you already drawn already, right? Okay, right. G. Find the price elasticity of demand when the price level increases from 2 to 7. Now, so when the price is 2, what was the quantity demanded? We should look at the jadwal. When the price is 2, what is the quantity demanded? 59. When the price is 7, what is the quantity demanded? 57. 50. Amoy. So calculate the percentage change in quantity demanded. 50 minus 59 divided by 59 times 100. Yeah, price elasticity, right? So new quantity is 50, kan? Because the price 7 is 50, correct or not? So 50 minus 59 divided by 59, betul? I don't know, somebody told me 59, I'm going to kill you. Hello?
The demand, right? So
Yeah, when P is equals to 2,
it's 165.
Okay, from
165. The after that is 50.
50, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hello.
I look at the demand.
Yeah. 50 minus 165 divide by 165 times 100, correct? So what is the percentage change in quantity demanded? What's the percentage? 50 minus 165 divided by 165 times 100. How much is that? 60?
60.